James had always done what everyone told him. Work hard, save money, keep it safe in the bank. That was the formula. That was the plan. He had $30,000 sitting in his savings account, and he felt proud of it. Responsible, smart. But one afternoon, his wealthy neighbor David pulled him aside and said something that completely changed everything James believed about money. David looked at him calmly and said, "James, the moment your money sits in a bank doing nothing, you are already losing the game." James did not understand. His money was safe. It was right there. How could keeping money in the bank possibly be a mistake? Rony had the same question. He had been saving aggressively for 4 years, cutting expenses, skipping vacations, eating at home. He had managed to save $18,000. He was proud of that number. Every time he checked his bank app, he felt secure. But security and wealth are two completely different things. And nobody had ever explained that difference to Rony. Most Americans grow up believing that saving money in the bank is the responsible, intelligent thing to do. And in one sense, it is responsible. But here is what the school system, your parents, and the bank itself never told you. Saving money in the bank and building wealth are not the same thing. In fact, for most Americans, keeping too much cash in the bank is one of the biggest financial mistakes they will ever make. And the wealthy figured this out a long time ago. Here is the first reason rich people never keep cash sitting in the bank: inflation. The average inflation rate in the United States over the last 30 years has been approximately 3.1% annually. Your standard savings account at a big bank like Chase or Bank of America currently pays somewhere between 0.1 and 0.5% interest. That means if you have $10,000 sitting in a regular savings account, you are earning roughly $40 to $50 per year in interest. But inflation is quietly erasing $310 of your purchasing power every single year. You are losing around $260 in real value every year, even while your balance stays the same. Over 5 years, that is $1,300 of real wealth silently gone. Over 10 years, that is over $2,600 vanished. Your balance looks fine, but your money is shrinking every single day. The rich understand this math completely. That is exactly why they refuse to let large amounts of cash sit idle in a standard bank account. Here is something your bank will never put in a television advertisement. The moment you deposit your money, the bank immediately puts it to work. They lend your money to other customers as mortgages, auto loans, and personal loans at interest rates ranging from 6 to 24% annually. They invest your deposits into bonds, securities, and financial instruments generating consistent returns. Meanwhile, they pay you 0.5% and keep the rest. J.P. Morgan Chase generated over $49 billion in net income in 2023. Bank of America generated over $26 billion. Wells Fargo generated over $19 billion. These profits are built almost entirely on the gap between what they pay depositors and what they earn from lending. You are the product. Your deposits are their raw material, and they are building billion-dollar empires using your money while paying you almost nothing in return. So what exactly do wealthy people do with their money? David explained this to James over the next hour, and it completely rewired how James thought about every dollar he earned. Rich people keep only what is necessary in cash. Financial advisors recommend keeping 3 to 6 months of living expenses in an easily accessible account for emergencies. That is it. Everything beyond that emergency buffer gets deployed immediately into assets that grow. The first place wealthy people move their money is into index funds. The S&P 500 has delivered an average annual return of approximately 10% over the last 50 years. If James had invested his $30,000 into an S&P 500 index fund instead of leaving it in savings at 10% annually, in 10 years that $30,000 would have grown to approximately $77,800. In 20 years, it would be over $201,000. In 30 years, it crosses $520,000. The same $30,000 that was slowly losing value in a bank account becomes over $500,000 through consistent, long-term investing. This is not luck. This is math, and the wealthy understand this math deeply. Now, wealthy people are not reckless. They do not throw every dollar into stocks and forget about stability. For their cash reserves, they use high-yield savings accounts. In 2024, top HYSAs were offering between 4 and 5% annual interest rates. That is nearly 10 times more than a standard savings account. On a $10,000 emergency fund, a HYSA earns approximately $400 to $500 per year versus $40 to $50 in a regular savings account. Beyond HYSAs, many wealthy individuals also use Treasury bonds and money market funds for their short-term cash needs. These instruments offer stability, liquidity, and returns that are significantly higher than standard savings accounts. The wealthy do not accept 0.5% when better options are sitting right in front of them. They simply know where to look. Most Americans understand saving. Very few understand compounding. And that one gap in knowledge is responsible for more lost wealth than any stock market crash in history. Here is what compounding actually means in real numbers. If Rony invested just $300 every single month, starting at age 25, into an S&P 500 index fund, earning 10% annually, by age 65, he would have accumulated $1,897,000, nearly $2 million, from $300 a month. But if Rony waited just 10 years and started at 35 instead, that same $300 monthly would only grow to $678,000 by 65. Same amount invested every month, same 10% return, but starting 10 years later costs him over $1,200,000 in final wealth. That is the brutal mathematical reality of compound interest. Every single year you wait is not just 1 year of missed returns. It is 1 year of missed compounding on every future year after it. Warren Buffett made 90% of his entire net worth after the age of 65. Not because he got smarter, but because compound interest had more time to work. The wealthy start early, stay consistent, and let time do the heavy lifting for them. The second major category where rich people deploy their money is real estate. American real estate has appreciated at an average rate of approximately 3 to 4% annually over the long term, excluding rental income. When you factor in rental yields averaging between 5 and 8% in most U.S. markets, Real estate consistently delivers total returns of 8 to 12% annually. Rich people understand that every dollar sitting in a bank is a dollar not building equity, not generating rental income, and not appreciating in value. They treat idle cash as a liability, not an asset. Every dollar must have a job. Every dollar must be working. Rony sat quietly after hearing all of this. He looked at his $18,000 savings balance differently now. He realized he had been playing financial defense his entire life, protecting money instead of growing it. That evening, Rony made 3 decisions. First, he moved $12,000 into a high-yield savings account as his emergency fund, immediately earning 4% instead of 0.5%. Second, he opened a brokerage account and began investing $300 every month into an S&P 500 index fund. Third, he committed to learning one new financial concept every single week. He was not starting over. He was simply starting correctly for the first time. James thanked David that evening, not for a stock tip, not for a get-rich-quick strategy, but for one simple shift in perspective. Money sitting still is money moving backward. The wealthy do not keep cash in the bank because they understand that inflation never sleeps. Banks profit from your ignorance, and every idle dollar is a missed opportunity. You do not need to be rich to start thinking like this. You just need to understand the rules of the game you are already playing. The bank has been playing this game with your money for years. It is time you started playing it for yourself. Your money is either working for you or it is working for the bank. There is no third option. Choose wisely.
Hey, if this video gave you something to think about, that's exactly why I make these every single day. Most of this stuff nobody ever teaches you, and I just think that needs to change. So if you got value today, hit subscribe.